everybody! It's been so long, but we are here. We are back by popular demand of myself and Cindy. No, I'm kidding. People actually asked, like, when are you gonna upload another podcast? So, we're here.
How long has it been exactly?
A year almost. At least 6 months.
Wow.
At least 6 months for sure. Like, once the last podcast we filmed was, it was, what was it? December?
Yeah, it was quite a while.
It was
ago.
very long time ago.
So many things have happened since then.
This is season 2.
Technically, yeah, it is season 2.
But we were just talking and we were like, I think we should just start recording while we speak, because everything Siddhi says at least is quite insightful. So I just want everyone to hear it.
Also, like, I feel like we start talking and then we don't shut up, and then half an hour passes by and we don't ever record the podcast.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, I have to go, we're busy, bye.
Literally, you have no
nice
idea.
talking to you today.
we tried this last time and it was just me like having a hard day, and Siddhi was like, oh, I'm free, let's record. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll record the podcast and feel better. And then I just ended up crying on call for an hour, and and she was like, okay,
Which
we'll
is
talk
okay.
later. Which is, yeah, I guess. But I was just like, I was like, I'm so sorry we couldn't do the podcast. And she's like, it's fine. Like, chill. Oh my god. But yeah, it's finally happening. We finally pressed record. I feel like, okay, so we do have a topic that we want to discuss, but I feel like we should just like start by catching up. And if we have time for the topic, we'll do that as well, or we can do that next week. What do you think? Or do you want to like jump to that?
I definitely want to catch up first, because
Yeah.
I have so much to say.
Yeah, I think we should update people about
plus,
where
like,
we've been.
Yeah, plus, like, there's been like one question that people want me to answer for some reason, and I'm just like, why? My thoughts aren't even that important on that particular topic.
What is the topic?
Law of attraction.
Oh,
Remember that like question? It's been so long, the person probably doesn't even listen anymore.
they're like, oh, I forgot. What are you talking about? I actually don't even remember this, but I would love your opinions on that after we've caught up with life. I feel like people need to know what you've been up to, because on Taroni, it's been quite MIA from your side for a bit, because you've been like doing amazing things with life. So I want you to like go off and tell them your updates, your life updates.
Okay, so I was having like sort of a tough time, and I asked one of my friends to do a banishment spell on me so I could leave the country.
And it worked.
And it worked, and I left the country for 4 months, I think, and then I started working on like getting deeper into astrology, because like my astrology, by the way, my account got deleted. I
my
reached
God.
3K and my account was
Twitter
just
account.
like, they were like, sorry, suspended. And I couldn't get it back. So that was very disheartening, because I had to start from scratch. But luckily now I'm going to touch 5K in a few days or so.
She's referring to her Twitter account. So Siddhi's like popping on Twitter, astrology Twitter, and she had a really, really popular Twitter account a few months ago. It got suspended because of stupidity on Twitter's part. But yeah, she's back, better than ever, and growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, like, I remember my friend saying that there was a lot of negative energy associated with that account.
Yeah.
So it's best that it's gone now, and now I get the chance to start afresh.
Yeah.
So it's what I'm glad about. And I opened up my readings again, which are closed because it got really hectic, and now I have like 30 readings to do and I have so much work to do. But I'm so grateful for everything. I even joined Claire Nakti's female path course.
Yeah. How's that going?
It's been so good.
You have to explain
She's
what
been,
that is
like,
for those of us who don't follow astrology at all.
Okay, so it's not specifically about astrology.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a spiritual course. So in just the world of spirituality, there are two paths. there's the solar or the masculine path, and there's the feminine or the lunar path, which is called Vamchara in Hinduism and Dakshinachara in for the masculine path. Now what we do as like even as women, we tend to follow the solar path because it's more talked about.
Yeah.
It's not kept as a secret. But the female path is something we should be following because it aligns with our body more, and we gain more like spiritual energy and spiritual enlightenment and bliss through the female path.
Right.
And I also feel like the female path is easier
Naturally.
because it's very natural. Like you become very involved in the material world around you, which is necessary for spiritual progression. You have to be down here before you try to ascend,
Definitely.
which most people don't understand. They tend to work with their upper chakras, and I think I talk about this in my Patreon post too. By the way, subscribe to my Patreon.
Yes. So Subi's literally been like
I-
getting that bag in every sense of the word. She has moved out of the country. I mean, she's back now, but she moved out of Dubai for a good like 6 months. She got her astrology like menu fully sorted and made. She has a Patreon. She's on the she's learning about the female path. She is dropping knowledge bombs for free every day on Twitter. Like, it's just amazing how far you've come from like 2 years ago when you were like, okay, or maybe a year and a half ago, not even 2 years ago, where you were like, okay, now I've graduated uni. And this was, I think, around your birthday or something, and you were like, can you do a tarot reading for me? And I was thinking about this yesterday, and you were just like, because I love astrology, but like I must get a job. And then I don't really remember in detail what the reading said, but I do remember it being like, you will very much do what like fulfills you rather than push yourself to like work a job. And the fact that you have like you're doing this full time now and earning a living, like touch wood and all kinds of surfaces,
I know.
it's amazing.
Thanks to Miss Lakshmi. Thanks to Sri Lakshmi. It's all her grace.
Yes, for
I am
sure.
so grateful to her every single day. But yeah, that's basically what it is. I'm also a projector in human design. So it's hard for me to do a regular 9 to 5 job because it just drains my energy so easily.
Tell
So
me about it.
when like people ask me to do a reading for them, that's them inviting me. That's my source of energy.
Yeah.
Which is why I prefer astrology, tarot, etc. Or like different divination methods. I've been delving in face readings recently,
Oh my god, I love that.
and yeah, I can tell like what kind of makeup or what kind of particular Ayurvedic technique you can use
We have to do a podcast
on your
on that.
face.
We have.
Yes. Oh my god, so excited.
Maybe that one can
But
be like
yeah,
a
that's
video
basically-
podcast.
Oh yeah, that should definitely be a
We'll
video
figure out how to do
podcast
that,
we can
yeah.
talk about.
Definitely.
We can like put it on my Patreon because I've been like wanting to invite creators so
Done.
that we can like I can also share that abundance with my friends where they can also make money off of it,
I
because
would
this is
be
like very
honored.
sacred knowledge.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And she gives it to me for free, and I literally, I don't know why, like when she sent me her Patreon like first post for free on Instagram, she was like, here you go, it's for free. And I was like, why? Thank you so much. Like, I don't deserve this, queen.
I think like the kriya is very important for the female path, as my teacher also likes to focus very much on body glamour and just
Yeah.
focusing on purifying the body to intake like spiritual deity energy or like spiritual energy in every form.
For sure.
So yeah, I've just been doing that, but Niharika got engaged and she's about
Oh
to
my
get
God.
married.
we haven't done a podcast since before that. That's insane. Wow.
Yeah. But I've been like seeing your face every once in a while on my For You page on Instagram, and I'm like, haha, she's so pretty. Sometimes I don't even read. I'm just like staring at you because like you look so pretty.
Yeah, touchwood. Instagram's also been popping for Taroni lately, where every week a new reel goes viral, and I get like a horde of new people, which is like really cool, but also really scary, because I never like initially I remember telling Siddhi, like, if we ever become quote unquote popular amongst anyone outside of these 60 people that talk to me every day, I'm handing you the account, because I don't know if I'll be able to handle like negative comments. But I'm actually doing a very good job with that as well, so I'm happy.
No, I can see that. Plus, I feel like we get more stupid comments.
Yeah,
than negative comments.
yeah, that's true. Like, they're not really negative, they're just like ignorant of anything outside of their own little bubble, which is so funny to me. Like, how are you so pressed about me telling you to go shower? I'll never get over that, literally ever.
Yeah, the shower thing was hilarious to me, because it was a discourse that took place on Twitter as well, where people
At the same
were like,
time too.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was weird. Like it was the same discourse where they were like, oh, don't shower too much, or like don't
Ew.
perfume yourself, and it'll attract yin entities towards you. And I'm like, that's not true.
No, there was this girl
It's
who was
not
just
true.
like, so the belief is that, you don't, women were told not to like, adorn themselves with like beautiful makeup and perfume and flowers in their hair, because they attracted nazar. So that's why you're supposed. So I'm like, acha, so I'm supposed to like condense my personality and my like beauty so that you don't look at me the wrong way. Okay, thank you so much, that makes sense. I will definitely do
Which is exactly why I created the Kriya.
that. Yeah.
And the very first mantra in the Kriya is for the protection of the entire body.
Okay.
And the very last mantra goes from down to up.
Right.
So it also locks that,
Amazing.
and you become completely protected in your body.
This is your
And then you can
Patreon
go ahead,
post,
do your
right?
makeup in it. Yes, that's my Patreon post. I call it the Ananda Kriya, because you basically become the personification of bliss itself.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and like in later Patreon posts, I'm gonna talk about how to use mantras with like makeup, so you can use them for spiritual protection.
That's so weird. Dude, I've been like getting back into YouTube lately, and the other day I was like doing my makeup to go out, and I was just like, because I don't do mantras, but I do like my own sense of, mantras that are
Yeah.
in my head. Like they're not in a different language, but they're feelings that I put while I'm putting my own makeup on. With each product, I'm putting a different feeling of confidence and self-assurance and all of that stuff onto my face. And I was like, I should do a video on this. And literally 3 days later, I saw your tweet, and you were like, yeah, I can give you specific mantras like according to for your makeup routine. And I was like, wow. I was like, oh my god, okay, this is much better. Like, let her just do this.
Yeah. So I feel like being dirty actually invites a lot of negative energy, because they're
Yeah.
lower beings.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it
And-
common sense, like, to anyone, that if you smell bad, you're gonna attract bad. If you smell good, you're gonna attract good. Like, I thought that was common sense.
Yeah, and there's this like particular sadhana which is called Karnapisachini sadhana, and she's basically a ghost,
Okay.
or a yogini as they like to call it. She's a negative entity apparently, and what she does is, if you lather yourself with feces and piss and shit like that, she basically comes to you and speaks into your ears.
How nice.
But it's a very difficult sadhana, because you have to be extremely dirty to attract
Wait,
it.
what is this sadhana? Like, how is this beneficial to anyone?
It is not
Okay.
beneficial, because what she does after she gives you all of that is, she'll take your once you die, your soul is either taken by Yama, and then he decides where you go, if you go to Narka or heaven or whatever. But very few people get that. Most people just get reincarnated. What Karna Pisachini does, or what any of these like Pisaches and ghosts and lower demons
Take
and
you to
stuff,
the lower
what they
realms,
do, they basically take your soul and enslave it
Yeah.
for 200
Oh
years.
yeah, for sure. I was reading this book
So you're just...
that was similar to that as well. Sorry, finish your sentence.
Is it the laws of spirit world?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I read it on your recommendation and I was just like linking those two. I thought about it. I'm like, you don't want to do shit like that. It's sort of reserved, because even after you invoke the deity, it is important for you to send the deity back.
Yeah, good or bad, honestly.
Yeah, because even like the good deities, every time I do my own sadhana, I have to send the deity back so they don't drain me.
Yeah,
Even the good deities
exactly.
can drain your body.
Also-
'Cause you're still in human form.
Right, and how I see it also is that we're not in sadhana mode 24/7. Like, we are humans and we're doing other stuff. So if you don't send a deity back and they're always there around you, and say you're sitting down eating meat, having alcohol, going out, doing things that are not quite the most good,
Just
vibe
even going to
things.
the bathroom.
Going to the
Yeah.
these are all like disrespectful to that deity, even if it's a good deity. So like, you want to send them back, like you want to have like a phone call with them. You don't want to just have them around all the time, because we're on a different realm than they are.
Yeah, definitely. This is why they say Saraswati, like invoking Saraswati with the mantra, the Gayatri mantra, Om Bhurбhuvah
Yeah.
Tat Savitar Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya. When you invoke her,
Yeah,
it's basically a spiritual phone call
yeah, for sure.
you're having with
Yeah.
her. Yeah, and when you have that connection, you say it and then you also repeat the mantra again to send her back. So you can cut the call and not have her
Right.
around 24/7.
Okay. And that's why I repeat it.
Because, too much of clarity in speech can lead to complete numbness.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you'll stop speaking at all.
Also, being all-knowing is not the best thing in the world right now for like human beings, because that will drive you insane. Like, if a human being is like all-knowing and has this overload of third eye information, it's going to be very hard for that human being to have human experiences, and then they're going to find themselves very, very detached from the life that they're living, the human life that they're living. This is in very tiny small quantities happen to me as well, like not on a big scale, but like I find those traits like come in sometimes, where something about a particular thing way too much, so you're not able to have like human emotions or experiences about it or towards it. And that's not the point of this birth. The point of this birth is to be human and have human experiences. And I feel like that's such a thin line too, where this idea of spirituality is pushed on us, where they're telling us to surrender the material world and just follow God's plan and be like, don't think about the clothes on your back or the home you live in or that quality of life. Only think about God, only think about raising your vibes. And I'm like, okay, but have you heard of balance? Like, are you aware that you can like do both and you don't have to pick one? Because it's so
Yeah, that's exactly what the union of Shiva and Shakti is. It's a balance of two energies,
should
one that
be.
is completely mental and one that is completely grounded in reality.
Right.
And then when they balance each other out, that's when you have cosmic bliss, which is the world we're living in right now.
right, definitely.
So, and that's exactly what the female path is teaching me, because what we've been taught
Yeah.
all our lives is to abstain
From everything,
and not
yeah.
do certain things and try to give up certain things. But the female path is like, no, let's embrace all of this and let's sort of inculcate deity or inculcate spiritual beauty in every aspect of life.
For sure. But I do feel like the whole giving up of things does come into picture at a certain point in life, once you've like had
Yeah.
all of these experiences, learned your balance and all of that fun stuff, at the end of your life, because I've had a lot of like guru ma people that I've had the blessing of knowing personally and meeting personally, who have lived this insane life where they've done the best of both worlds, and then by the end of their life they've reached a point of pure like all knowing, like they already know everything there is to know. They've reached a point where they can come and go in their physical body as they please. So at that point it's like, okay, it's logical to be like, okay, now she's given up the things about the material world, because she knows and that doesn't appease to her anymore, and she's done her like human duties, and now she's ready for like ascension or whatever, because these women are very spiritually, or sorry, they're self-actualized. Once you're self-actualized, there's like nothing left. And I my theory is like, that's when you're ready to go, that's when you're ready to pass away, because you've already experienced all you can experience in this life. But for now, like this whole trend that's going on, when we look at like Instagram or god forbid TikTok or even Twitter, sometimes it's just like, oh, give up, like you shouldn't the material world is the devil, it's all lust and gluttony. And I was like, okay, but so then balance it. Like, why does it have to be black and white? There's a gray area. You can have fun as a human being and also be a spiritual person, and then as you grow up you'll just navigate your way through this. Like, what is this pressure of picking
Also,
one?
I feel like people just make spirituality their entire personality.
Oh my god, yes.
which kind of is so counterproductive, because like then you're basically not doing anything else, and
You're
you're
just
anxious
preaching.
and stressed out
Yeah.
about and you're just preaching, which is like so weird, because most people preach for ego gratification. They don't want to share
Yes.
information because
It's
they
gonna help anyone.
actually want to
Yeah,
help
yeah.
other people. This is why when someone talks about their spiritual experiences, I'm just like, okay. So you saw the light flickering? That's great. Is it supposed to help me in some way? This is why I try to avoid speaking about the spiritual experience itself, but speak about self-effort and grace more often.
Yeah, just
Because I am a firm believer in like Sri Lakshmi, and her entire thing is, she's basically bhukti and mukti pradayani.
Yeah.
She gives bliss and she gives renunciation. She gives like complete, she's like the amalgamation, the best of both worlds basically.
right.
And people need to understand that Venus is also exalted in Pisces. The material is exalted in the spiritual. They're intermixing. And to have that balance is very important.
Thank you.
You need to master this world
That's-
we're living
yeah.
in.
Before you
In
can
order to
yeah,
ascend.
exactly. That's my point too.
Yeah.
She said it in
And even if you don't ascend, you can still like collect enough good karma through donation, through like practicing your spirituality,
Human
through just
experiences.
helping people
Yeah.
out. Yeah, just helping people out, and you'll have enough good karma by the end of your life, so that even in your next life you'll have an even better life.
Right. Just be a good person. It's not that hard. You don't have to do all this
It's
extra
literally
shit.
that simple.
You don't have to be like 5D 3D path. Oh my god, I'm ascending. I've given up buying clothes. I will live with these 5 pairs of clothes because it's a spiritual thing. Like I would it's all very like, I don't know, it's like, who are you doing it for? Because people who do it for themselves don't like go around bragging about it. I feel like that's like
Right?
the biggest like difference in people who actually follow a very sustainable lifestyle just because it's a sustainable lifestyle, and people who like label this stuff under spirituality or like ascension, or they just make it fancier than it is. And I'm just like, okay, you don't have to like show off being a good person. Are you really a good person if you have to like keep saying that you do all these things?
Yeah, plus I feel like these people also capitalize on these things.
Oh, for sure.
And then I'm just like, what's the point of that?
The buy thrift store.
This is like Jesus Christ, coming up with like Shein t-shirts and everything. Every time I see Shein on a Dubai thrift store, I'm just like unfollowed. I can't do
Literally
this.
defeated the purpose of sustainable living on the backs of like God knows how many slave children.
Also, like, they keep like dropping new material every other week.
Really?
And then I'm just like, yeah, like I know so many thrift stores, they're like mini drop coming up and it's like 15 pair of just ugly Shein shit. And I'm just like, ew, why?
This ain't it. It's fine. You don't have to do this. Like, don't call it what it is. Like, I don't know. It just, I don't know why, like, people have to make a big deal out of what they do when it's not benefiting anybody else in any way. It's just something that they do. It's like, why are you telling me? What do I do with this information?
Yeah, this is why part of the reason, this is like part reason why I don't talk about my particular placements or
Yeah.
my things, because it's not even about me. Like, if someone's like, oh my god, Libra risings are so beautiful,
Yeah.
and then I go like, yeah, dude,
I'm
I
a
have
Libra
a Libra rising. I am gorgeous. And then I'm like, who's this benefiting? Like, me just retweeting and telling people I'm beautiful. It just, people who are the shit don't go
say
around
it.
telling
They
people
don't
that they are the
advertise
shit.
it. That's the thing. And honestly, it's like every time someone, it's in today's world, astrology has, been so, I don't know, it's just been so overdone with like people who don't understand it, that they blame their shortcomings on their astrology. Like, yeah, I'm a Leo, like I did that because I'm a Leo, I did that because I'm a Sagittarius. Then I'm just like, no, you did that because you like made a decision, a choice to do that. Like, stop doing that. So now, even when things are true to my placements, I'm afraid to like say it, because I feel like I'm one of those people who's just like, oh yeah, it's because I'm a Libra rising, that's why you love me so much and my energy.
So what Jyotish is it's the eyes of the cosmos.
Right.
It's basically putting your sight in place so you can see through the world. And when you use that like divine sight for things that are not very useful, for things that are mundane,
Right.
for things that are just like used for ego gratification and validation, you're defeating the entire purpose of it. Because your aim,
Yeah.
even as a Jyotish, should be to detach from those categories
Right.
of particular nakshatras or particular signs or particular planets.
Right. Jyotish is astrologer, by the way, for those of you who don't know. Just clarifying.
Yeah. So when people on Twitter, they're like, oh, Cancer rising, they're always going to be moody or they're always going to cry. And I'm like, that's not the case. You evolve
As a person.
by the
Yeah,
second.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every day you're
It's
a new
not
person.
going to be the same.
And if you're not a new person
Exactly.
every day, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like,
now that just
shouldn't you be learning something new every day about yourself, no matter how small or big it is, Because I'm not the same person I was like a month ago. How are you not evolving every day? And how are you so comfortable putting people in boxes of like, oh, that's because she's a Leo rising sign, South Node. Like, why would you do that?
yeah.
People don't stay the
I
same.
kind of find like, even when like people send me astrology memes, I get kind of annoyed or just bored.
talked
I'm
about
like,
this.
okay.
In our pet peeves,
It's
the
been-
podcast. Nothing has changed.
Yeah, and it's just so tiring, and nothing has changed. I mean, like, I don't interact on Instagram anymore. I
Yeah.
just post whatever the fuck I want,
Yeah.
talk to my like 4 girlfriends, and then I leave. I don't have the time or the energy to entertain male misogyny and fucking just them being all hateful towards my practices. And I'm like,
No one
I
asked
don't
you to,
talk
like, do
shit
it.
about
Yeah.
football 24/7.
Yeah, and no one asked you to listen to me.
Exactly. If you don't, this is why I don't like force people to follow my Twitter account. I just
Obviously.
post it. I'm
Yeah,
like, listen,
if you
if
care.
you wanna
Yeah.
learn something, you can.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's basically that. So we wanted to actually discuss the law of assumption.
Yeah.
But we're gonna start with the law of attraction first, and then in the next week's podcast, I think hopefully if we do one next week or in like
we
2
have
weeks
to
or so.
like try to do this again, where we go back into a weekly schedule of meeting and talking.
Yeah. But we should start with the law of attraction, because I think both of us have used it at some point in our life, and Niharika was talking about abundance on Twitter yesterday.
Oh my God.
So
I don't want to get. I'm so confused as to how people like. Never mind. You just begin. We'll get to it. I'm so frustrated.
okay, so the law of attraction, I think it was invented or written by this person who wrote this book called The Secret.
Right. That's how it all started for everyone.
Yeah, and people started using it. I mean, it was popular back then among like very like it was very niche.
Yeah.
At the point of
People
time.
made fun of people
Right
who
now,
like read The Secret. Like there were two very like distinguishable groups. One who believed in it and one who didn't.
I actually read The Secret when I was like 13 years
Yeah.
old, because we had a paying guest and he had the book on his table, and at that time I was just like voraciously consuming any sort of book or anything that came my way.
Yeah.
So I read the book and I didn't really understand what the fuck was happening,
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, so you just have to think happy thoughts. And I was like, okay,
I'll try.
I guess that's it.
Yeah.
But then like YouTube and Twitter, I think the whole law of attraction thing started out, it became more popular around 2 years ago,
Yeah.
like right before the pandemic started. That's when people started getting into it. And then Stargirl, the practical witch, she talked about it
Yeah.
for a long time, about manifestation and everything, which by the way I hate the word manifestation,
Me too.
because it's
But-
not even used in its right way.
But I don't even know. It's like I hate the word, but it's like the word that people assign to the like thing. So I don't, on like on Instagram or on YouTube, I can't use another word for it. And it like every time I type it out, I'm like, oh, just find another word already. Like I don't want to use this.
So
anymore.
cringe. Because anybody who's read the Bhagavad Gita, like I was talking to my uncle about it, he's a Vaishnav, and we were talking about like how people just blatantly use manifestation
Yeah.
everywhere. And anybody who's read the Bhagavad Gita knows that like manifestation is not what we know as in
Just-
the current way, like where you
exactly.
can manifest your ex, or you can
God.
manifest like money or something like
I tried to
that.
touch upon it very, 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 very briefly in a reel like a few weeks ago, I think. And that reel, like the script of that reel, I wrote the script down because I had to fit it in like 30 seconds. The script of that reel, it was initially going to be a YouTube video. Started off with manifestation does not mean, the word does not mean what you may like use it as currently. And then I was like, I can't do this, like it's not all going to fit in this 30-second reel. And then I had to like condense it. And then I just said that it's a misunderstood concept. And then I tried to like justify, like you can't just bring things in your life unprovoked. Like there's still a plan, there's also free will, but there's also a plan. And it's a very like deep dive type of topic that obviously I
Yeah.
couldn't do justice in 30 seconds, but I know exactly what you mean. That's how I started it. And I was going to talk a lot about, how what it actually means, and like pull up the Google meaning of it and be like, this is what it is and this is how we're using it, and here's the like gray area and this is what you can do and all that stuff. But yeah, maybe we can address it
I'm
now.
definitely waiting for that video because, like, people want it. People need to know that manifestation is not what we know as right now.
For sure.
And I feel like the word is so easily abused because people just
So
add manifest to
much,
anything
yeah.
in caps, and then they're like selling those videos
Like,
manifest your dream life.
it's
like,
yeah,
this
it's
is your dream
fully,
life.
it's fully a marketing gimmick at this point, and I will admit to using it as a marketing gimmick in my reels. And I don't think I've done it on YouTube yet, but in my reels for sure, like I will use the word manifestation to attract people's attention to like listen to what I'm saying, because that's the only way they like pay attention to my point, which is like not related to the word obviously, but that's the only way they understand what I'm saying, because that's the term they've given to the practice of the law of attraction or whatever that may be. So I do use it as a marketing gimmick because that's what it is at this point, but let's like find a
Yeah.
new word, please, because I don't want to use it
I think-
unironically anymore. I'm done.
I think reception is a better word.
I use wish fulfillment.
Receiving. Wish fulfillment is a great word. I like to say fruits of reception.
True. Okay.
Like you are receiving like divine grace,
Yeah.
and whatever you see is like a fruit of what you have done.
Right.
And which is why like I find like manifestation as a concept or law of attraction as a concept a little weird, because it's so mental. Like
Yeah.
you have to do so much
So much
mental
work,
like
yeah.
gymnastics
Yeah.
and everything. But all of that work can be easily channeled into real life practice,
Right.
where you can use divine grace and self effort together
Right.
to get what you want in life. And even when you're using that self effort, sometimes your own like sort of needs and wants, they change.
Definitely. Like what you may need 3 years ago may not be the same thing that you need now. And I don't know, there's just so much pressure I think people put on this concept, because they don't realize that what they're doing here, which completely defeats the purpose of this entire, I'm going to call it a mindset and a lifestyle, because you really have to change the way that you see the world or perceive the world in order to gain the fruits of this practice. But people use it for instant gratification. I want a car.
Yeah, which
I
is
want
just
$1
so
million.
counterproductive.
I want a lover. And I'm like, cool, but maybe you don't need one right now. Like, have you considered that? Like, maybe it's not time,
Yeah, plus like I feel like I have this problem as well. Not the manifestation problem. I just sometimes want things in the moment.
Yeah. As
And then
does
I'm like-
everyone. It's a human, it's
Yeah.
human nature.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like, I want something in the moment, and then I realize long-term effects of it, and then I'm like, wait,
Never mind.
It doesn't even matter. Just like, never mind. What's the point?
That's
of,
so true.
Like, I'll take the example of boyfriends.
Mm.
Like, I really want like a boyfriend, and then I realize, wait, I don't have the time anymore.
Literally.
I can't even like keep up with talking to the same 4 people I've been
Literally.
talking to since
It's a
2017. It's so hard.
It's a
How am I going to
struggle.
keep up with having a boyfriend? And then I was thinking about how I'm going to leave the country soon again for masters, and then I'm
Right.
like, you know what? Maybe not.
Never
Like,
mind.
Never mind. Maybe it's for my good that I don't get what I want sometimes.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
it actually makes you
That's what I'm
it
saying.
actually
yeah.
helps you progress in life.
Yeah, for sure. Like a lot of people don't understand, like there's so many of these that are just like, okay, so I did the 369 method and I asked for an iPhone 7 iPhone 12. Where am I? And I didn't get it or whatever, and I'm like, okay, but it doesn't work like that. It's not for like your bucket, like your wish list, your Christmas list. Like it doesn't work like that. It's supposed to be deeper than that. It's supposed to be a
It's
lifestyle.
worse when YouTubers do this shit. Like, you're lying. Like rich YouTubers, they're like, I manifested my life and
Oh
I
my God,
manifested
yes.
everything. I manifested an apartment. I'm like, you're a rich white person with like a trust fund. I'm pretty sure you did not manifest any of those
Even
things.
if you're not a rich white person, like I know a Dubai YouTuber who's like who tries to talk about spirituality but also quickly like recluses and tries to make it a joke at the same time. You know who I'm talking about. You will in a second. And it's just and
Yeah.
they're just like, yeah, I have this, you know, I've manifested this life, like this is what I wanted. And I'm like, listen,
And then she goes around and
making
makes fun of
it
astrology
as well. Yeah. And I'm just like, listen, you have to like pick a script. You can't be on both sides. Like when people bully you for believing in spirituality, you can't be like, oh, but it's just a joke. And then also be like, oh, but I have a vision board and everything on it came true. And it's just like, no, but everything on it came true because like a vision board also, it doesn't work like magic. It works because you have your goals in front of your face every single day of your life. So then you work towards it subconsciously somewhere in your brain. You're putting like efforts every day to make sure that you're, you know, trying to fulfill those goals. And then you do. It's as simple. It's very like scientific as well. Like science and spirituality can, that's a whole other conversation. But they can go hand in hand. Like it's not, you didn't, I don't know. It's very frustrating when people like are very flip-floppy about these concepts and they don't know what they want to believe. They don't know what they want to put out there, and they adjust according to what society says is acceptable or not. Like people have been shitting on astrology for how many years now, and suddenly it's a personality trait. Like astrology GF, stock market BF is now a meme and now a personality trait, when you guys
right?
have been calling these people insane for the last how many years?
So long.
It just doesn't
I-
make sense to me. I know I went off on a
I've
tangent
been
there. I
called
hope I made
insane.
my point clear, because I know that I started saying something and I ended up somewhere else. But I hope that I made.
Oh no, you definitely made your point clear, and I've been suffering at the hands of other people when they abuse me for just believing in astrology.
Literally.
I'm not even very directive in my tweets, or I've stopped like the habit of subtweeting anymore. I just
Yeah.
don't focus too much on other people that way. But I still get a lot of flack for just existing.
Yeah, I've seen
And
that.
then
It's
a couple of
insane.
days ago, one of my friends was just like, this is when you know you've had a brand established. That's
For
when like,
sure.
people start talking shit about
For
you
sure.
all the time.
For no reason.
Yeah. And also about that particular YouTuber, I feel like she'll probably not gain like long-term satisfaction with her vision or long-term fulfillment with the way things are going, with the way she keeps making fun of
What she believes
divine
in.
things.
Yeah. What she actually
Yeah,
believes in.
and, like-
there's so much self-shaming going on there. I feel like it's just an observation. I'm sure, like, I don't know. I've not thought about it
Of
that
course,
much. But
yeah.
from like right off the bat, it feels like she's very like, she wants to do this, but also she's afraid of what people are going to think, which I understand. You know, I can empathize with that. If I had like those many subscribers, I would be very afraid of saying a particular thing, because the internet is not like nice, you know.
A nice place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
But it's not a safe space as people like to call it.
Exactly. But you can't like, I don't know, her takes on things are very, very immature sometimes. Like very, very
They're also
ignorant.
boring. I don't care.
Very ignorant and very like not researched well. They're very like trending. Like this is trending. Like you should
yeah.
have amethyst in your house, so here's a cluster that I got, you know. You should know your astrological placements, so here are my big 3. That is my entire personality now, you know, being this zodiac
Also,
sign.
I feel like a lot of these influencers want to advertise themselves as a certain thing.
Yeah.
Mainly because they get free readings out of it, free products out of
Or
it.
even it's just what's trending. Like it's just what social media is about right now. So if they talk about it, they're going to be noticed more by more people outside of their subscribers.
this is why the real spiritual people aren't on social media. They're just like being by themselves, and like they don't have a website, they don't do shit, like they just have real life clients and they have real life connections. But I feel like social media has become very important in terms of spirituality
Yeah.
now, because I don't think if I was working just the way I was working, like those other people who have done it before me, I wouldn't be gaining the same benefits, or I wouldn't be gaining the same number of clients, or I wouldn't be gaining like any, like, I wouldn't have anybody to bounce ideas off of.
Right.
So having friends on social media, having you,
Different
having
perspectives.
my Twitter friends, it opens you up to different perspectives.
For
At the
sure.
same time, I feel like it's also an overload of information
Yeah.
for a lot of
It's a
people.
very
This
thin
is why you
line,
have to. Yeah, this is why you have to kind of use your discernment to be like,
literally put that on a
to be
t-shirt.
like, hey,
Dude, let's make Taroni merch, and the first one's gonna be you're in control, and the second one's gonna be use your discernment, because what the hell is going on? Like,
use your discernment caps. Put your thinking cap on.
yes, for sure. Put your discernment cap on. Dude, for sure. Yeah.
Very important.
No, it's
But yeah,
I think-
love the Taroni sweatshirt though. It was so pretty.
dude, Nandita. So my friend, my other bestie Nandita, she made that for me. She like
Who's also my bestie now.
yes, also Siri's bestie now, our collective bestie now. She got it made for me on my birthday, and she gave it to me as a gift, and it was insane. She designed like the whole thing as well by herself, with the help of like
It's so pretty.
the maker. It was so cute, and it inspired me to like make clothes. I've actually always wanted to have a clothing line with like artists, because Nayona's an artist. I'm just like name dropping on my face. No, I don't know if they want to be associated with this podcast, but you are now. So, because like Nayona, my other bestie, is like an artist, and I've always had this dream of like making t-shirts or making clothes with her art on it, or whoever wants to put their art on it. Or these words that I get when I'm doing tarot readings. There are a few quotes that I get repeatedly that I feel the need to share with the world, because they're just like insightful. So yeah, I've always wanted a clothing company. And then yesterday when I like asked Instagram what I should wear for the flea that happened, Taroni did like in-person readings for the first time. They were like the Taroni hoodie, and then someone was like, I want one. And I was like, bitch, don't even provoke. I will actually make so much merch for no reason. Like, I will spend all my money investing in this idea. And so many people were like, yeah, we'll buy it. And I was like, dude, I'm saving up money now. Forget my wedding. I will do it in the court. I'm saving money for Taroni merch. I don't care.
I think like your husband would be fine with that. He'll be like,
He'll
okay,
invest it.
whatever you want, queen.
Yeah, I'm sure he would be like, yeah, I'll invest. NP. How much money do you want? I got you. But yeah, no.
Yeah, but
We have some great
I think
people.
we should. I think we should end the podcast at this note, because it's just been so.
It's just
It's been like 47 minutes.
yeah, and it's been us talking about 7 things. I don't know what to title this. Because we've talked about
Spiritual
everything.
paths.
Can we say spiritual
I think
ramble?
we should title. Yeah,
Let's do that.
definitely.
Catching up and spiritual ramble.
Yes.
Okay, amazing.
Anyways,
Insightful
so
as usual. A lot of tea was spilled. Well, not
so
a lot.
much tea. Oh my
Like
God.
a little bit, but enough for those people to get mad if they ever listen to this, which I hope they don't. Honestly, like, you live your best life, boo. I'm just making observations because you put yourself out there. You can make observations about us too. It's fine.
Anyway, you can follow Taroni on Instagram. You can, I think readings are open right now.
Yeah, I'm just opening them back up for like next week. I just revamped the menu a little bit, but yeah, they're back up.
So readings will be open soon. You can follow at SV Astrology on Twitter. It's SVASTROLOGY.
Link in bio.
And Lincoln. And you can find my Patreon on my Instagram bio, and you can find it on my Twitter bio as well if you want to give me your goods. So
It'll be worth it. I
thank you
promise.
so much for joining us today.
Yeah.
It's been so long, and
If you're still
it was
listening,
so much fun.
yeah, I hope
Yeah.
that this benefited your day in some way, shape, or form. Because I know there were some knowledge bombs there amongst the tea. So I hope that you had a good time or were at least entertained listening to this. And we will see you
Yeah.
next week. Hopefully, please pray that we get on a schedule. Bye.
Bye.